Here we go. Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store and Our Kings Competitions. Take two. The main man. Look, you're getting dragged from pillar to post. It's one of them, innit? It's like the Maxi Hughes road shows, innit? It's continuing. How are we anyway, my mate? Not seen you for a while.
I am good, mate. Yeah. Last fight were a good one, and we've built off of momentum. And I'd have liked to have been out sooner, but that's life, innit? What can you do about it? Now we're here. But how are you? You've been about a bit, haven't you? Getting about.
No complaints.
Fresh back from Belfast.
Saudi, day and a half at home. Belfast, Brighton this week. Couple of days, and then I think we're off again.
Conlon this weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, on the Harlem, Eubank and Tyrone McKenna Wasserman card. Good little fight. Matty Harris on it as well.
Yeah, looking forward to that one.
Anyways, what a fight. As in, you get such a big stage as well. People keep calling you the Cinderella man and all this stuff, but you're proving now, look, it's not just a good luck story here. I feel like you're getting better with age. We've had this conversation before, but the Gary Cully fight, I suppose before the fight people were still having doubts, and you well and truly put all them to bed. How do you feel in yourself physically? Do you feel as good as ever mentally? You seem on good form?
Yeah, I think I'm just a late bloomer, a late peaker. I've just peaked a little bit later in my life. Some people get it 29 to 30. Some are in the mid-20s where they have the best days, but my best days, I think, are still in front of me. I think I did give people doubts in the 6-round fight that I had with Staphios. I mean, it was his world title shot, so he turned up for that. And I didn't turn up. I didn't have the fire, which I think I could openly say I didn't have that fire for that fight. But I was still, I asked the referee because he scored it. I said, was I winning? What scores? He went, going into that last round, I had you a point up. So I was winning the fight, although I was making it hard. But at the end of the day, I ended it. I finished it off. I used my experience and I got the job done in that kind of fashion. So I didn't let it go to the scorecards.
It was one of them I could see, and it looked like it was a frustrating night for you. I had you winning, but I thought, Max is a lot better than this kind of thing. Just from what I've seen in the gym over the years, and I've been privileged to watch you spar all them boys as well as others. And I thought, there's a few gears here, and it was almost like I think you got caught, and it was like I've seen it before in sparring where it switches you and you turn into something different, and you manage to stick in. Is that what happened in that fight? You just got almost a little bit pissed off and thought, you know what? This is it.
Not only that, to be fair, one of the hardest I've ever been hit. That boy could punch. So there is that. I got caught earlier and I was like, what on earth have I got myself into here? I remember the guys at GBM said, what do you want? Do you want like an easy walk of a fight? And I'm like, no. If I'm having a 6-rounder, get me someone who's at least going to come and have a scrap. And boy, did he come to have a scrap. And he could bang. It were his world title shot. So he hit me hard and I was like, right, I've got to have my wits about me. But, ultimately I got the job done. But, for the likes of Cully, I think he'd watched that and gone, Max's best days are behind him now. I might be in with half a chance here. Yeah. And I think he were relying on that. But it shows you when I've got that fire in my belly and I'm seriously motivated, look what I can do. And, I went out there, even after having COVID during camp, ear infection, chest infection, 2 courses of antibiotics I were on. And
I heard about that.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. And I was so close to pulling out. But I thought, if I pull out now, I'm never going to get a chance again. Nobody's going to give me a chance. Or like, I've got to fight. And I'm glad I did. That version of me was still too good for Gary. We got the job done, and now we're here and defending the belt. Hopefully, we should this week. We've put an application in for the WBC Silver to be online.
Brilliant.
So if that's online, that's even better.
Look, Archie Sharp, I feel like he's probably in that same club as you. Nobody really want to fight him. Technically, You're both very good fighters. He come up short, but he's back now and he's hungry for this. But is this what you needed? Because, like you mentioned there, it's all right having tickovers, but for what kind of thing at this stage?
I don't need a tune-up. I don't need a tick of a fight. I'm in the gym all the time with good kids, high-level sparring. So I'm not going to get ring rusty. There's no issue with that. I need the fights that motivate me, which is what this fight does, and that's what I need at this point in my life and career. Fights that get me up for it.
Can I ask you, After that fight, I saw Matchroom make the signing. I think it was after that fight, George Kambosos.
Yeah.
You've been asked about him a million times. We've gone around
See that?
the houses with this a million times. But when you saw that, did you think, right, I've now just done this on a Matchroom show. 9 times out of 10, if you win on the Matchroom show, you normally fight with them next. This would be an interesting one to put together. Now, he's fighting in Australia. Then, by all accounts, if he gets a win there, he then moves on to fight Hitchens.
Yeah.
Do you look at that and sort of think, that would have made sense? Was there any initial conversations?
I said that to Eddie in the ring after we'd done his interview. I said, look, Eddie, the only fighter I will move up in weight for is George Kambosos. That's a personal fight, that. And he's like, as he does. No, come of it. A load of people made noise about it. They'd seen that. They'd seen Matchroom had got the options of him. So we're like, right, that makes sense to happen. I'd have gone to Australia for it, but for whatever reason, they've got other plans with him. I've never known a fighter get so many opportunities off one win. Don't get me wrong, he earned his chance with Tio, but he just keeps getting opportunity after opportunity, and don't get me started on that.
Do you think, obviously, I suppose for him it was exceptional business securing Devin Haney for 2 fights, no matter what the result.
Yeah.
Do you sort of look and go, although what happened to you in Oklahoma will sit with you, do you look at it from that commercial and the business standpoint and go, you kind of had it off, really?
Yeah, like having rematch clause with Haney, getting his money guaranteed, which fair play, he's made his money, that's what we're in this game for. But he got fucking beat every round in first fight. Who wanted to see that again? Devin probably lacked the fire to go, we've got to go over there and beat him up for another 12 rounds, which he did do. Obviously Devin got his, contractually he had to, and he'll have got another payday out of it. But yeah, it's annoying that he got that and he tied him up, but he got himself in that position to do that, didn't he? So he had to. What can you do? It's box. It's the business of boxing, isn't it?
But the business of boxing could work in your favour. A win over Archie Sharp, I don't think will be overlooked. I think it'll more prove the point, and vice versa for him. I have to say, it'll
line for him, which is good, because that's going to mean he's coming, and that's going to give me the fire, knowing that he could come and upset my apple cart and take what I've built. Especially if we get this WBC silver on line. My aim and my goal is I'm probably not going to get picked out of an act to have that opportunity. So my thoughts behind this are, I'm going to earn it. I'm going to win these belts. I'm going to get myself in a position where they can't ignore me. They've got to fight me. So that's the plan.
I feel like your journey's been great throughout boxing because you've seen everything, and you're now at this point now where you're well aware of everything. You've played the game. What is it now for you though? Is it still about becoming a world champion? Is it about securing your family? I know yourself and your missus sort of worked in tandem with doing it yourself the past sort of year and a half. You've not had any managers getting involved. You've been doing it yourself. You're then aligned with Lou DiBella. But what is it about for you now? Is that world title thing still a thing, or is it biggest fights, most money, let's go?
Yeah, a bit of both. If it was a choice between world title or big money, I'd go big money. But I think they sort of go hand in hand together. So that's what I'm chasing down. Ultimately, the end goal is to finish boxing with a pocket full of money and help the future to make mine and my family's life easier. But there's also, from the glory point of view, to win a world title would be fantastic. That'd really top my career off. I said I would be satisfied with a British title, a Lonsdale belt, which I've done. And don't get me wrong, I'm very satisfied with that. But yeah, I've realised my talent can go beyond that, which it has. So yeah, to go on and I won the IBO. I am very proud of being IBO world champion.
Look, many legendary fighters have held that worldwide.
Got it now, Lomachenko, Floyd Mayweather's had it, Usyk's got one. So the fighters that I'm with as being an IBO champion, I'm proud of. But to win one of the main four would be just the icing on cake. To win that and then go off into sunset, that'd be ideal.
Well, look, I won't put it past you. Your story's been there. We've seen you do things before, and look, tough fight ahead of you, but it's one I think that you'll both relish. Appreciate you jumping on. We'll catch up soon. Fingers crossed in the gym, and catch up soon, bud.
Oh, mate, good to see you, pal.